welcome to Crafting Mayhem and More with Kina. I am so glad to talk to you guys this Monday morning. This is my 6th attempt at posting a video that was due last week. I've had so many technical difficulties from uploading errors on YouTube to volume issues with OBS to not enough memory space on my phone to every freaking thing. And I tried recording with OBS Studio directly from my camera, and apparently it's only so many minutes you can record. So now I'm back to my editing software to try and record this video. Apparently this message is not supposed to be delivered, but and I've said it so many times that the emotion is out the whole thing. So let's get started. As you can clearly see, I have traded in my Uniquely Down Under canvas for a deck Nova. The reason being is because Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in October. So if I complete it, I won't really have anything to work on in October. I don't plan on buying anything new. I have so minty diamond paintings that need to be A-framed and gifted as intended or completed. So because I recently completed Willow, which I've had forever, over a year and a half, maybe 2, and Nova, because I bought them at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and try to knock some of these things out. I think I'm going to do Harry Potter next. I don't know. But anyway, crazy week. Had a really good Sunday yesterday, other than the frustration of trying to research how to get my video up and running using OBS Studio, because my current laptop, with the mic, all I could hear, at first the mic wasn't working. And then all I could hear was the CPU whirring away in the background, making all kind of noise. So it was truly annoying. I spent hours yesterday, like I was up to almost midnight, which never happens, just trying to research what the problem was. I downloaded that app on my other laptop with no problem whatsoever, and it worked completely fine. But I gave that one to my daughter. So she's here, and her office is closing permanently, so she is absolutely totally remote work from home. So she really doesn't have to go back to Texas, but she is. And yeah, it's just irritating. So when she gets back, I'm gonna have her look in the settings of OBS so I can match those up to what should be on this one, because that one worked perfectly fine. No freezing, no voice or microphone issues, nothing. Then if it wasn't that, it was a problem processing while uploading to YouTube. I was just like, I couldn't catch a break with this darn video. Anyway, working on Nova, and she's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm really considering taking this color out, which is not 3865. I can't remember what it is, but this solid weight out and putting in some glow in the darks. I don't know. Truly thinking about it. What do you guys think? Please leave it in the comment. I'm going to use the 3865 ABs, leave those in, but the white ones, I'm thinking about glow in the dark. I don't know. All right, I am using, of course, my Poshy pans, and here are the 3. Old favorite. This one is my custom based on prints from Nicole of Poshy Pants, Diamonds and Pearls. My palm placer to give myself a break on the way that I hold the pen, and Steady Betty. Steady Betty I use when I am doing the checkerboard methods because it's like a short person, like me. Center of gravity is low. You have more control with this shorter pen. And then when I go back to fill in that checkerboard, I use big one because I can hold it at a distance. So got a system all worked out. Got my jumbo tray for my 310s. And I actually have two of these, and 939 is a large amount in here, probably equal to 310. I could have used the other one, but I didn't. And I have designer trays, shall we say. I just don't use them anymore because they kind of take up space, and sometimes they don't line up right. But the basics seem to work for me, especially when I am checkerboarding and I have a confetti heavy canvas. So, topic of the day, let's start out the way we usually do, and that's with dear old dad. Last week was not a good week. We had a meeting, and I have, mind you guys, if I'm laissez-faire about this, it's because I've recorded this video. This is my 6th time. And maybe it wasn't meant to be because of the emotion in the last video. But in any event, we had a meeting, and it was much ado about nothing because the staff at the hospital with whom we met, case management, as well as a doctor, physical therapy, and whoever else they had in there, they had no answers. And the reality is that my mom is not ready for letting go. And it is what it is. But you guys are consistently low-key making comments about her putting him in hospice when she's been very clear. And when they asked concerns, I told them I didn't appreciate it and that what she said goes. So the slick comments need to stop. That's number one. And number two, by you consistently throwing hospice at us, I feel like you're trying to tell me and my family how to commit euthanasia without telling us how to commit euthanasia. Now, I'm saying this to say that if he goes on hospice, he cannot get dialysis. So you want him to die from blood toxicity, something that's easily treatable with dialysis, and then you dope him up enough so he has no idea that he's becoming septic and on his way to death. Sounds like you're trying to tell me how to commit euthanasia without telling me how to commit euthanasia. You are not dealing with a family that is not willing to care for their family member. We need dialysis for the week that it's going to take us to learn how to do peritoneal dialysis. And not hemodialysis because he's not using his fistula at this point. He is using a central venous catheter from the last time when the dialysis place messed up his AV fistula. So, that being said, my sister has found a place that will teach us peritoneal dialysis in a week's time. He just needs the catheter placed. Now they're talking about they have to assess him for his readiness to do that. Did you assess him for his readiness for that G-tube that you're not going to pay for the formula for? Yet you approved the G-tube. I'm going to need you all to take several seats. Several. Oh, because you're not going to play with me. Not today. So, needless to say, it's been a hectic week. It's a lot of back and forth, filing appeals and complaints with these insurance companies. And it's just amazing to me that you can be a taxpayer, put into the system. And if he had Medicaid, he would get all the things. But because he makes too much in his Medicare, he gets none of the things. Yet, you were the working stiff that paid into the system. I cannot with American health care. I swear to God, we need to go to a universal system where all things are equal in care and payment. Because I can't. I really, really can't. I'm not as emotional as I was, but I am still stressed because ultimately there are going to be end of life decisions that have to be made relatively soon. And my mom is not ready. My sister is acting ready, but I'm not so sure. And so at some point, I'm going to have to be the proverbial bad guy and just lay it down on the line. The other thing is, this puts me in a position where I'm going to have a fiduciary responsibility around here because I have given up home, house, and everything else to be of assistance. And without his income, this house won't run. So I'll be dedicating my income to this house, which now leaves me between a rock and a hard place. And when it comes to, hey, it's time for me to move on, because this was not my plan for the middle of my life at all. But it is what it is. Your family, and you do what you have to do. If anybody is going through this, let me know. I can kind of feeling like I'm out here in the middle of the ocean, and I don't even have a Wilson with me to hold on to. So let me know if anybody is going through this, has gone through this, and how did you cope with it? And man, they always say, well, at least you had time to prepare. Guess what? No. Just no. I don't need time to prepare. No. Anyway, that being said, just want to give a little shout out to Richard from Real Man Craft 2. Man, I'm so glad I found you, and I'm so glad that you comment on my videos, because that day, Wednesday, when I came from the hospital, and I actually saw the comment in the hospital, so I'm over there chuckling to myself, and you cracked me up because you put the times that you heard it. So, of course, you know you don't remember. So I go back and I look, man, I had to laugh at myself. I truly had to laugh at myself. But rest assured, those issues have been rectified, and what a relief it is. That's all I have to say. Also, Lisa, I'm for once sitting here waiting on you. Lisa's from Scrapping Like a Lady to come on, and I recalled, this was Monday, I recalled that you said you may be changing your days, so I guess you changed your live days. So yesterday, Sunday, I'm like, all right, I gotta listen to Lisa, but I got so wrapped up in trying to figure out my recordings to Lisa then came and gone. I ain't saw how to hear Lisa. Ain't even thought about you, girl. In the midst of trying to figure out what the heck was going on with my videos. So just shout out to those two. Hey guys, I'm like 20 something, maybe 15 away from 100. I know it's not a big deal to a lot of you guys, but it is to me. Trying to get up to the point now, because I can actually make lives. I can do lives. For whatever reason, YouTube has changed. Thank you, Noel. YouTube has changed their policy, and if you have 50 subs, you can do a live. So I need to get that all together and do a live. Just do a live. But I need to do it when Noel is here, because she is the one who really motivated me to do something more with this channel than just have it sitting there. And at the time, it was COVID, and it was just a game, something for bonding, something for posterity. But now I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win it. So I need to get those subscribers up. And while I'm on that subject, I'm gonna say it once. If you are not subscribed, please do. Please hit the like button if you like it. And also hit that notification bell so that you will know when my videos go up. Thank you so much. And if it's not a problem, can each one tell one? Tell a friend. Tell a friend. That's it. Oh, okay. So never say never, right? So if you've heard me talk about my nursing papers, then you know that I said that I would never, 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 ever, 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 ever touch another patient. Y'all, I got a job outside the house in a doggone skilled nursing rehab facility. Yeah, that was me when I accepted the position. First of all, I don't do nursing rehab facilities. The reason I primarily said yes is because it did not smell in there. I am not really hands-on. I'm a supervisor, but y'all, the position I accepted, I don't know how long it's gonna last because when you say, can you say overqualified? Can you say overqualified? That would be me. Can you say I'm a loner and I really don't want to leave the house? I can do fine working from home, but I'm actually leaving the house. And I think that may be a good thing. It'll be a little motivating for me and a change of pace. So yeah, I done it. Let me make you guys laugh. Okay, so I am in the interview and the director of nursing gets a phone call from, who should get a phone call from? Oh, Xfinity. How about she took the phone call in the middle of the interview because her internet was off at home? I get the no internet thing. I truly, truly, truly get it. I don't get having had that conversation in the middle of an interview. She was very apologetic, and I get that too. But it was the funniest thing. I don't know. I wasn't offended. I really wasn't that shocked. And she was so apologetic. And I know that when you are waiting for the internet company to call you back or the cable company to call you back and they don't, and you on that in that call queue, and it could be forever, but that's the first time that has ever happened to me. And not that it was anything wrong with it, but it was everything was wrong with it. And what was wrong with it is that we couldn't have got up and left the room or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I have accepted this position. I do not start until the 24th. So in between, I have to get this physical. I have to do some mandatory testing or something. And I am going to set up the appointment for the physical today. And then I am going to also, what am I going to do? Set up the appointment for the physical. I'm going to take the test tomorrow, I believe. That is truly round. Take the test. That's mandatory. And hope and pray that something comes in, work from home, before the 24th, because I don't want to have these people spend their money on training and me get up out of there because I can work from home for way more money. On the other hand, I'm in the midst of what I'm in the midst of. And sometimes God puts stuff in place that you're supposed to be doing because who knew what would happen as my father aged and his health declined. So maybe I know nothing about gerontology as a specialty in nursing. So maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. Because my sister, as we were talking after the Wednesday meeting, said, you know what? Maybe we should open up a place for these types of patients that have these issues. I think we probably can get a grant for that. So being that neither one of us have worked with seniors, this might be a thing, y'all. It might be a thing. It might be that I need to know the rules for a place for skilled nursing, and it may come in handy. It may be fruitful for me in the long run. I don't know. I just know that I meditated the morning before I filled out this job application. about 10 minutes after I filled it out, I got an email saying that I was fast-tracked to the interview process. And about 30 minutes later, they called me to set up the interview. So sometimes you are put in the place where you are most needed or need to be. What the? Okay, I'm over here looking. I didn't put this back in the case, so I couldn't find it. So, I mean, it could be a thing. I am going to give it my best shot. One of the things that the director of nursing did tell me was that that they call 911 for a lot of their emergencies. One of the issues is that they call 911 because, let's say, a patient has difficulty breathing. In the meantime, the patient is having difficulty breathing until EMS, emergency services, gets there. So there is no critical thinking, no interventions being done. Me being critical care, first thing you do, you're going to sit the head of that bed up because you know this person has COPD, right? You're going to give them some oxygen, non-rebreather even, maybe. You're going to do your assessment. You're going to do what you're supposed to do to make sure that this person is sustained until help arrives, or more qualified help. But anyway, that being said, she doesn't know that very example that she gave me, my friend's mother was in that facility. They were under a different name at that time. So I am going to try and figure out if they are under new ownership, because she was in that facility. She went into respiratory distress, and I'm like, well, what did they do? Did they whatever? So yeah, she died in there from no intervention. Now, my friend had asked me about this, and I so did not feel comfortable with kind of giving her any advice. But me, and you know what? I'm going to not tell that lie. What I told her was, you can always request medical records because it's not on me to say they did this wrong or they did it wrong without any direct evidence. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know the circumstances. I wasn't there to ask the questions that I would have asked had it been my parent. So I couldn't make a expert or professional judgment. So it was, well, if you guys think that, and it wasn't her, it was her sister. If you think that, request medical records and contact an attorney. I mean, that's all I can tell you. So one of the things that may come out of this is that I can make a difference. Now, that being said, they have never had an RN in this position, which means this is going to be real special, because what I don't do is lose my job because you don't do yours. So I notice the familiarity that they had, and that comes from working together with people over time. Got it, right? I'm going to be the new girl on the block. She's going to be done told them a little bit about me, I guess. And I'm coming in as the supervisor. And as we know, change is hard for everybody. And I don't have a problem with having fun at work, because I will. I had fun when I was in trauma. We had fun all the time. But guess what we didn't do? We did not do our jobs. And so as I am going to have a level of expectation as to what is done, I am. So my first 30 days will be evaluating skill sets for myself. Also, I'm going to identify who the informal leader is on that, for that team, that nursing shift. Because it's always somebody that everybody follows, and they the one that's the ringleader. So I'm going to find the ringleader, and that person is going to become my ally. That's number one. By month 2, I am going to have become a subject matter expert on all things nursing home. State regulations, this and the other. It's just a thing that I do. I don't like managing people without knowing my stuff. And so when I say something, you can go look it up, because guess what? Before I said it, I knew what I was talking about. So that's the other thing. And then I'm gonna slightly introduce some changes, which I will probably work through the director of nursing to do that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this. And who knows, maybe, the thing is, I know how to market myself. So as I learn the players, maybe this is an organization where I can become regional manager. I don't know. I'm just talking. You see, I'm talking myself into going to work on Monday, the 24th. That being said, I am going to end this video. I want to make it short and sweet. I want to get it up. And then I'm going to plan on what I'm going to talk to you guys about on Wednesday. So mind you, I have to go get my physical. Hopefully I can set the appointment up for tomorrow. I have to do my mandatory testing. I did print out my nursing license. I have to find that somewhere. And then do all those things and get back to you. The other thing is that Noelle's mom has decided that she will be paying a little more attention to Noelle, and Noelle will be staying home more versus coming over here, and we'll see how that works out. I know that her other grandmother's going to have surgery, and then Noelle was supposed to go over there a lot for about a month. And so I told Noelle, I'm like, y'all got me all attached to you. I don't know about you going somewhere and I'm not seeing you for a month. You're gonna see me. Okay, don't play those games with Gran, because I will come over your granny house. She lives in the next suburb. I will come see you. Anyway, you guys enjoy your week. Have a happy Monday, and you will have another video up on Wednesday. Hopefully, looking at my lovely face through OBS. All right, bye-bye, guys.